Life in the galaxy evolves diversely, adapting efficiently to its environment. On Taro, this led to a biosphere of remarkably cute creatures, from herbivores to apex predators. The intelligent species, humans, were no exception. Small in stature, about a third the height of an adult Trazi, they were agile, fast, and physically weak. They seemed like ideal pets, were it not for their sentience. Humans were also incredibly curious and reckless. Their early space program, culminating in a moon landing, was a testament to their ambition, though it likely came at a great cost. They were also perpetually embroiled in civil wars over seemingly trivial matters, taking themselves with an almost comical seriousness. Initially, observation was covert, but humans were surprisingly adept at detecting surveillance drones, even shooting some down. Their nations, however, kept this interspecies interaction a secret, despite strict first contact protocols with pre-FTL civilizations. The Trazi were forced to reveal themselves when human scientists began discovering their space stations. Contrary to expectations, humans were incredibly social. Within decades, a human was participating in nearly every crew and planetary mission across the galaxy. They were like children, marveling at simple things, yet their inexperience often led to clumsy mistakes. A common task for any captain became preventing their human crew members from accidentally harming themselves. However, their skills were often indispensable. Their risk-taking nature allowed them to solve many problems, and their small size made them excellent scouts and mechs. Ships even began to be designed with human anatomy in mind. Then, disaster struck. A strange and deadly force emerged from the galactic core. A militaristic, xenophobic civilization had developed self-replicating probes designed to conquer the outer regions. These machines reproduced using any available material, destroying all intelligent life except their creators. Negotiations were futile. The hostile race, believing themselves the pinnacle of creation, refused any compromise, desiring to be the sole sentient species in the universe. Their advance was unstoppable. The universal weapon, as it became known, was a masterpiece of military engineering. Its technology far beyond anything the Trazi could comprehend, let alone replicate. Their best scientists were baffled. The universal weapon attacked Huxley. 6. A colony established by humans after the Trazi shared FTL technology with them. The planet, though habitable by human standards, was a harsh world. It was their foothold among the stars. The Trazi tried to warn them of the impending danger, but communication lines were down. The replicator machines swarmed the planet, annihilating every inhabitant. What followed defied comprehension. Immediately after the Huxley 6 tragedy, a fleet of spaceships, built using Trazi technology, moved from Taro toward the front lines. It was unclear why this fleet had been built, or even who they were preparing to fight. Apparently, even with space travel, the human nations remained divided and were preparing for yet another internal war. Without reducing FTL speed, the human fleet began launching nuclear missiles, detonating them near the universal weapon targets. The resulting electromagnetic pulse, amplified by the Doppler effect, crippled the machine's electronics. Yes, humans had nuclear weapons on their spacecraft, despite warnings about the dangers. They were typically used for mining and terraforming, and transporting them was strictly forbidden. The Trazi also couldn't understand why the humans needed so many crude terraforming tools, or why their design was so similar to other weapons they used. The radiation trick proved devastatingly effective. Soon, the universal weapon forces were routed. But the most disturbing part began when the human fleet reached the aggressor's home system. Even after the attacking race surrendered, the humans didn't stop. They ignored all communication attempts from the creators of the universal weapon. The aggressor's home planet was turned into a radioactive wasteland, and the entire species was rendered extinct. The humans sent a formal apology for using Trazi technology without permission, promising to never act without it again. They also gifted the Trazi most of their space fleet, vowing that their people would never suffer such horrors again. Later, when asked why such extreme measures were necessary, The human ambassadors looked at the Trazi with an unsettlingly familiar expression. They simply reminded them of themselves. In a small village, a cat named Whiskers discovered a magic fish in a pond. The fish promised 3 wishes in exchange for its freedom. Whiskers wished for endless fish, a cozy bed, and a bell that rang softly. The fish granted all 3 wishes and swam away, leaving Whiskers content and purring in the sun.